So silky. Cooking with silk. So smooth. So silky. Cooking with silk.
I'm gonna get a drink of water first. Water. Water is very important for hydrating your thirst. Whenever you are thirsty, you should drink water. That is the most direct way to cure your thirst. H2O, water. Today's Cooking with Silk is brought to you by water. Hello everyone out there. Welcome to Cooking with Silk. Hi, I'm Tu Tran, and this is Silk. Say hi, Silk.
Hi, Silk.
Hi, Stove.
Hi, I'm Stove.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Silk.
What do you want to do, Silk? You want to go outside? Cool. Today, I have all this leftover cereal. Oh, I'm going to be trying out the new Cheetos Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheese. It looks pretty good. I have everything in there except for the milk and the margarine. And then I have 3 kinds of cereal. 2 of them are old and then 1 of them is new. I have a bag of special brand cereal and then a bag of Grape Nuts, and they're both about half full. The bran flakes are they're generic. They come in a bag, and then the Grape Nuts come in a box. And then I also got some Crispex. They're the hexagonal Chex. They're Chex, but they're hexagons, and they're rice on one side and corn on the other side, and they're crunchy, which is good for what we're going to do. I'm just gonna do like some Rice Krispie treats basically, but with this old cereal, and then I'm gonna be making the Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheese. I'm gonna turn my oven on first. Turn my oven on to high stove.
Hey, Tu.
475.
Hot.
Take the baking pans out of there. For the old cereal, to bring it back to life, I'm going to bake it again so that it gets crispy. If it's stale, this cereal is almost expired, but not quite yet. It's just the Grape Nuts and the bran flakes that are old, so I might give that a boost in the oven. The other one, the Crispex, I'm not going to worry about because that's fresh. So I'm going to line my cookie sheet with parchment paper. It's in this drawer where I keep all the baggies and garbage bags and stuff. I can't find it. I'll just use foil. First, I'm going to toast my stale cereal, and while that's going, I guess I'll start my Cheeto mac. This is the brand new Cheetos Mac and Cheese Flamin' Hot box macaroni and cheese. There's Chester on the box, and he's got a big scoop in his spoon, and he's about to shove it into his wide open mouth, and then he's holding like a giant bowl of the mac and cheese glistening, and it's bright red. It's like the signature red Flamin' Hot red color, except it's mac and cheese. And it's not really macaroni, it's actually rotini, the spiral pasta. So rotini and Flamin' Hot cheese, Cheetos. So the box says it needs 6 cups of water, 1/4 cup of milk in. You know how to make this, it's just boxed mac and cheese. So I'll just fill up the saucepan with water. It says 6 cups of water, but should I measure it? Seems like a lot though. 6 cups. I'm just using a saucepan. So I'm filling up a liquid measuring cup with water. It's a 4-cup measuring cup. Suki, what are you doing? Are you looking out the window? Do I go outside? Go ahead. Run free, kitty. Okay, so that's 4 cups. I'm gonna say that's enough. So I have 4 cups of water in this pan. I'm gonna bring that to a boil.
Fire.
Blasting it on high. And it says cook the pasta for 7 minutes until tender, stirring occasionally. Drain the pasta, but do not rinse, all caps. And then return to the pan and then add the butter or the margarine and then the milk. So I'll get the milk and butter out. I use oat milk instead of milk. And then I actually do have butter, so it did say 2 tablespoons. Cut 2 tablespoons for my stick of butter, and it's just a stick of butter, so the line's already marked on there.
Hey, Silk.
Come on, Silk. Can you come back in? It's a little chilly out. Shake up my oat milk, and then pour out a 1/4 cup into a liquid measuring cup, which is really not that much at all. Looks like you can chug that in 2 seconds. I'm gonna open up the box and see what it looks like. So when you open up the box, you see the dry rotini pasta and then the packet. I'll open the packet to see what it looks like. It's red dust, just as you would expect. I have this pot on the stove that I forgot to wash earlier, so I'm gonna wash that now. Begin cleaning. It had some baked on, burn-on crust on it that won't come off. So I tried to heat it up on the stove with a little water to loosen the crust off of it, but it still won't come off. So now I'm just using plain old elbow grease and a dish sponge, the kind that's yellow on one side and green on the other side. And I'm just using a vigorous motion to go back and forth. I am making progress though, unlike the other day. This has been soaking for a day or two now, so I'm finally taking care of it. So now my sink isn't draining. So my sink doesn't want to drain right now, so I have to run the garbage disposal. So I'm going to do that real quick. What I like to do with my garbage disposal is just put whenever I have lemon wedges or citrus wedges or whatever, I just throw it in there, and then when I use it, releases all that wonderful citrus aroma, that zest. Okay. I'll put that in the dishwasher. I'll store the dishes, not wash them. The dishes are done! Looks like the saucepan water is forming tiny bubbles, and the bubbles are starting to rise to the surface and break, which is a good sign. As my oven is preheating.
Yes, it's hot.
I'll toast one cereal at a time, so I'll do the grape nuts first. I'll taste it first to see if it actually needs it. Oh, grape nuts are so hard. I just dumped the cereal onto the cookie sheet that I had pre-lined with the aluminum foil. And I'll put that in the oven even though it's not all the way hot yet.
I got it.
Probably when the oven is finished preheating, I'll take out the grape nuts and then I'll do the bran flakes. Thinking the bran flakes won't take as long because they're not as thick. On the Rice Krispie website, 6 cups of Rice Krispies, 1 bag of Jet Puff marshmallows, and then 2 tablespoons of butter. So instead of butter, I'm going to use peanut butter. And then I'm also going to add some dark chocolate bars to it. I'll put the chocolate now. I just have a bar of dark chocolate. It's a 73% cacao, super dark, organic. Okay, so I'm going to put my chocolate more in a bowl. So chocolate bar, I'm just slicing it, 1/8 of an inch. And it's making like chips, like wood chips. It smells great. I can smell the chocolate. Oh, my water is boiling, so I'm going to add my pasta noodles. It says boil for 7 minutes, so I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes actually, because I'm going to forget.
I got you too.
Stove, you are the best. A spoon to stir the noodles. It's looking great.
Beautiful.
And now I'll get a colander ready and put it in the sink, so that when the noodles are done cooking, I am prepared. Okay, so now my colander is in the sink.
Hey, guess what I'm making? The answer is sunny side up fried eggs fried in coconut oil with air fried toast. Thank you for playing.
What else was I doing? Oh, I was going to chop up these Kit Kats. I have these limited edition Kit Kat Witches Brew. They glow in the dark. I don't know whether the chocolate glows in the dark or whether it's just the wrapper, but we'll see. So I'm cutting up 8 Kit Kats, but they're like mini fun size bars. There's 2 of them per bar. And these are really cool looking because they're that light green glow in the dark color. I can see if they glow in the dark. Look, I'm going in the closet right now. I'm turning off the lights. Yeah, they kind of glow. Just kidding, I've been standing here the whole time. I didn't go in the closet at all. I'm just unwrapping all these Kit Kats. I'm almost done unwrapping these. I have 1 left. Okay, that's 8 Kit Kats. That actually looks like a lot, but let's just go for it. I don't want these to be too sweet though. Ooh, the pasta needs a stir. So the saucepan had just foamed over all the way to the edge. Oh, look who wants to go outside again.
It's Silk.
Go ahead, Silk. Run free, kitty.
Bye, Silk.
It's really nice out. I'm just stirring the pasta in the saucepan right now. There's 1 minute left. There's actually 2 minutes left. And I'm gonna cut up my Kit Kat, but I need another bowl. I'm gonna leave these Kit Kats kind of big. So I'm gonna cut these into squares. So they're more like half-inch Kit Kat cubes. Because you wanna get that chunk of Kit Kat in your bite. You want a little Kit Kat shard. You want a Kit Kat chunk. And each stick is about 4 cuts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my pasta's done. But I'm almost done with my Kit Kats. 3 cuts per bar, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm putting them all in a bowl. It's actually 16 mini Kit Kat bars, but 8 packs. Turn off my pasta.
Yes.
Oops, I bet my grape nuts are kind of burnt.
Burn crispy.
I guess I won't use these. Yeah, I burnt my grape nuts because I forgot about them. So I have to throw them away, which is too bad.
Oops.
Okay, so I guess I won't pre-toast my cereal. It's too risky. Good thing my special brand is safe. I didn't like the grape nuts anyhow. I will find a good spot to put this tray because my surfaces are limited here. I'll just put this outside so it can cool down. I hope Silky doesn't mess with it. So I'll just lay my burnt grape nuts outside on the ground so they can cool off. And now, let me taste the noodle before I drain it. The rotini pasta from the Flamin' hot Cheetos. Oh yeah, they're perfect. Draining the noodles. Oh, where did I put the box? Do not rinse. Just add the butter, milk, and the powder. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn the stove back on.
Fire.
And then, did it say to put the noodles in? I always like to mix the sauce first. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna melt 2 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm gonna add the 1/4 cup of oat milk. Actually, I'm gonna give it a light rinse. So it's more like 1/3 of a cup liquid. Just washing my measuring cup and putting it away. And then, my Kit Kat pieces look too big. Let me try one. No they're not. They're really good. Marshmallow flavored. Witch's Brew Kit Kats. Really delicious. Oh, I can't find my Flamin' Hot powder now. Oh, I found it. So now I'm gonna dump my Flamin' Hot powder in the saucepan with the butter and the milk. Give that a stir. It's bright red. The butter isn't quite melted all the way yet, but the sauce is thickening. Let me turn it down.
Low.
Just add the pasta, even though the butter's not melted yet. I'm sad about the burnt grape nuts still, but like I said, I didn't really like them anyway. A cruel death. Ooh. I'm just stirring the Flamin' Hot rotini noodles now, and they've turned into a beautiful red color. Wow, gorgeous. And now they are complete.
Beautiful.
I'll turn the stove knob down to off.
Okay. Bye.
This is so good. I'm doing a mukbang of the Flamin' Hot Cheeto Mac.
It looks amazing.
I'm eating it with a metal spoon. It has a addicting quality to it. Spicy. Very similar to its crunchy cousin. I approve. I would eat that again. I would add meat and vegetables to that. That would be great. I'm gonna eat some more. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, the marshmallow thing. So I got my pot out. This is a 5-quart pot. The kind of pot that you might make soup in. And I'm gonna use that to melt my marshmallows. I've got 2 bags of marshmallows since I have a lot of cereal. Or I had a lot of cereal. But now I have a normal amount, and these bran flakes are, they're a little stale, but they're not too stale. Should I mix the bran flakes with the Crispex, or should I make bran bars and then Crispex bars? I'm not gonna make 2 different kinds of bars, I'll just mix them. And I think it'll help balance each other out. One is kind of healthy tasting, and then the other one is more just crunchy tasting. But I'm gonna use all the bran flakes. It's gonna be mostly bran flakes, and this looks like about 4 cups. And then I'll do equal parts Crispex. So this is about 8 cups of cereal. I think the recipe calls for 6, but I have extra marshmallows. Open up the bag of Crispex and then dumping it into another bowl. I don't have a giant bowl, so I'll put it in this egg bowl. It's a ceramic bowl that's oval. I'll just spill that. Not all the way, but like half the box. I have 2 different kinds of cereal out. I'm gonna turn on my stove.
Fire.
Heat up my pot, and then I'm gonna put the marshmallows in there. I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I'm looking out the window and watching Silk lurk. She's just lurking around the grass along the fence. She's shaking her head a lot right now. I think a bug hit her in the face. Now she's looking at me. Now she's looking away. Now she's walking the other way. Now she's walking towards me. It looks like Silk is heading towards that tray of burnt grape nuts that I put out there earlier. She's smelling it. She's sniffing it and looks like she's curious about it. I hope she doesn't eat it. What is she doing? She's stepping inside it. Now she's sitting in it and she's looking around. Wonder what she's doing. It looks like she's using that tray of burnt grape nuts as a toilet. I guess that's okay. Well, I guess the grape nuts are getting put to use now. Who knew that burnt grape nuts can also be used as cat litter? It's too bad though, because I don't really want that pea smell on my baking tray. What was I doing again? Oh, now the stove is on.
Yes.
I was going to put marshmallows and peanut butter in there. So I'm going to put a bag and a half of marshmallows in the pot. And I'll leave the pot to medium low.
Medium low.
God, that mac and cheese is so good. I might add some chicken to it though. Chicken and scallions. That's what I'll do. I have some frozen chicken in the fridge, and I have some scallions in a Tupperware, so that's 1 bag of marshmallows, and then half a bag of this marshmallow. By measuring half, I just pinch it by the waist, right in the middle, where I think the middle is, and then I dump it out, and where I've cinched it, the bag closes automatically. So I just twist it, and then I put it away. And it's marshmallows are wrapped. And now I have a sunflower seed spread. So instead of butter, I'm using peanut butter, or instead of peanut butter, I'm using sunflower butter. So I'll put 3 tablespoons in here because we're kind of doing a 1.5 recipe, sort of. I'm actually doing 3 heaping tablespoons of peanut butter. Okay, that's the 3rd one. So I just scoop it straight from the jar, and then I kind of use my finger as a rubber spatula to scrape off the remaining peanut butter from the spoon. All of it comes clean off, and then I use the spoon to scrape the peanut butter off my finger. So give this a stir. I'm using a non-stick pot. I don't know if that helps. I'll add a little bit of chocolate to the marshmallow, maybe. No, I'm not going to do that. I need a giant bowl. I'm going to crush the cereal a little bit so it takes up less space. The cereal at the moment takes up a lot of volume, so it's too full. As I crunch it like this, the volume reduces, so it doesn't take up as much space. I think it'll also make the cereal bars more dense with like less air pockets in it. So I'm just crunching the cereal with my bare fist, squeezing it, and it feels good. Crunching away. So those are the Bran flakes, and now these are the Crispex. This actually is really helpful because now the pieces are much smaller, and now they will all fit in the pot, which is good. Let me check on my pot again.
Yes.
The marshmallows are melting, but you can still see the pieces, and it really stuck to my non-stick pot. Maybe that butter served a function. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter then. Butter seems to help the marshmallow not stick to the pot so much, but I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon instead of 3 because I already added all that peanut butter to it. And then I'm going to pre-grease 2 pans. I have a 9x13 and then a 8x8 square. I'm just going to pre-spray it with some cooking oil. I'm going to do that outside though. Okay, so that was the larger one. And that's a small one. So now both my pans are greased, and now once my marshmallows are melted, I'll just add the cereal to it and then dump it into my pans and then let that cool, and then that's done. Check on my marshmallows more. They're getting there. While I'm waiting for my marshmallows to melt, I'm gonna snack on this macaroni some more. Oh yeah. I said I was gonna add chicken and scallions to it, but I'm not gonna do that anymore because it's really good the way it is. I'd rather eat it. Really good. I'm gonna check out my marshmallows again. They're almost melted. They're just getting really clumpy together now. I can smell the sunflower seed butter and the eggy marshmallow. Flavorful. Let that do do its thing. Mix the two cereals together. So this is just one part bran flakes. The other part is Crispex cereal. You can use whatever kind of cereal you have at home. I like to use these bland cereals because you're adding all this marshmallow to it, so you don't want it to be too sweet, or at least I don't. I'm still stirring these marshmallows. Maybe I need to turn it up a little bit more.
Hotter.
That's it. The marshmallows were taking forever because I had it on super low, a little too low. So I just turned it up a little bit more. So now it's more like
Medium. Low.
the mini marshmallows are losing its shape and becoming more stringy and slimy. And I'm just stirring it with my spoon, just scraping the bottom so it doesn't burn. I'm using a metal spoon in a non-stick pan, which isn't the best idea, but it's too late. I've already dirtied the spoon, and I'm not gonna get another spoon dirty. So I just keep using it, and it's almost there. There's still some mini marshmallows visible, so I'm still stirring. But the mixture is a light pastel peanut butter color. I'm getting the sides right now, and then I get the middle. Okay, I think that's about ready. So now I'm gonna dump in my cereal. I dump in my cereal once all the marshmallow has just melted, no sooner nor after. That's the cereal. It's very dusty from all the crunching. So I'm just stirring this now. Turn it off the heat.
Bye-bye now.
Actually, I'm gonna keep the heat back on.
Fire.
The heat's back on. And I'm just stirring it. I only turned the heat back on because I did want the cereal to lightly toast. But I might use a bigger spoon now because right now I'm using a little round soup spoon and I should be using a bigger metal spoon. Thick, heavy, big metal spoon. Scrape the marshmallow off the little spoon. Okay, it actually looks like I could use more marshmallow, but it's too late to add it. So I'll just keep stirring. So now I'll turn it off. Turn off the stove.
Bye.
I think they all fit into the one pan actually. The 13 by 9 inch pan. Ow! The pot is really hot because I just took it off the stove. I have it all in my pan now, and now I'm just spreading it out and pushing it down to get all the air bubbles out. And now I'm gonna add my chocolate and Kit Kat actually. I didn't want to add it while it was in the pot because I didn't want it to melt and disappear. I wanted the chocolate first. I'm just sprinkling my chocolate chunks on top. And then spraying it out with my bare hands. I'm just pushing it down with my fingers. Pressing the cereal down into the tray. Oh, and let me get my Kit Kats. I'm gonna get all my Kit Kats and put them on top. And then I have to press them down so that they stick. Maybe I need to fold them in a little bit. I don't know if that was the best move. So what I did was I folded my bar over and now I'm re-spreading it back out so that the Kit Kats are in the middle. Because when I put them on top, they just sat on top and they weren't going to stay there, so I had to fold them inside. So that's what I did. I folded the Kit Kats inside, so now there's like Kit Kats inside the bars, which is a cool surprise. There's chocolate, peanut butter, marshmallow, and marshmallow Kit Kats, and 2 kinds of cereal. That's what I'm making, these little marshmallow treats. No big. And I'm still just pressing it down into the pan really good so that it forms into a nice bar shape. There we go. I'll let this cool down outside because it's a beautiful autumn day. It'll cool perfectly as long as the critters don't get to it. I'll keep my eye out though. Look, I'm keeping my eye out. I'm looking. Oh look. Oh no, Silk is heading towards the tray. What is she doing? She's scratching it. Fuck. She's scratching it like one of the cardboard things that she has inside. Oh look, she's using the marshmallow trees as a scratching post. She's using it as a scratching post. Fuck, please don't do that, Silk. I wish you weren't doing that. Please stop. Stop doing that. Please stop doing that, Silk. It's good that she's enjoying it. I love her. I guess I'm done cooking. I have a lot of dishes to do, so I'm gonna get going.